For those British who believe leaving the European Union will be a disaster, it seems the world may not end on March 29th after all. It could also end on April 12th, or possibly May 22nd. Brexit dates and the facts keep changing, and if you've given up trying to understand what's happening with Brexit, get in line. It's a challenge for everyone, journalists included. This nation has developed Brexit fatigue.
I'm fed up with it. I'm still very confused. I've been trying to keep track of it.
And while the British remain divided over Brexit, they all seem to agree that they want this ordeal to be over.
It's been going on for far too long, and I think everyone's getting really, really fed up.
Well, I want to have a resolution, frankly, because probably like the rest of the country, I'm bored of it. I would like a deal or a no deal, but I would just like it to come to an end.
But what kind of end? And why has the British government put the army on standby?
If you want riots on the street, if you want people like me out there actually talking revolution, fine, go ahead. Yeah. Take Brexit away. Yeah.
And is Britain really barreling toward a Brexit catastrophe? Or will this be like Y2K, the great disaster that never happened? The leading expert on Brexit, Dr. Richard North, says it's still not clear how hard Brexit will hit the British economy, but some worst-case forecasts have Britain's gross domestic product shrinking by more than 10%. And North says it all could have been prevented.
We're looking at a catastrophic failure of government. It is extraordinary level of incompetence that we're witnessing. One of the most important political issues of the century so far has been completely mismanaged.
This could have been avoided if the British government had acted differently. The question for some, was this simply incompetence or was it sabotage?
I don't know whether it's complete incompetence or whether Mrs May has a cunning plan.
Gerard Batten is head of the UK Independence Party, which backs leaving.
You could argue that it's complete incompetence, but I find it difficult to believe that head of government and the entire civil service can be this incompetent. I think there is a plan in order to not to make Brexit happen.
But Batten does not think terrible things are going to happen to Britain after Brexit. And some who voted to leave suspect that all the scary stories and government paralysis is a strategy to stay.
The government have a strategy, and the strategy is to do nothing to achieve their ends, and to that extent they achieved them.
At Alfred Enderby's Fish Smokehouse, owner Patrick Salmon voted leave and still thinks that the referendum result should be respected.
Europe's not like it was. We've evolved, and as grown-up people, we should be allowed to make our own choices. We don't need Nanny anymore. She can go away. Brussels can go away.
People voted to leave. They didn't vote for an agreement. They voted to leave, and the law has us leaving on the 29th of March, with or without a deal. And MPs now come on and say, oh, nobody in Parliament wants no deal. Well, they shouldn't have voted for the Article 50 Act and the Withdrawal Act. They seem not to have read the Acts of Parliament that they've voted for, if that's their position, because that is the law that Parliament passed.
If you really wanted to leave the European Union, if we had a patriotic Prime Minister and government, we would have left the week after the referendum.
But it's still not clear when or if Britain will leave the European Union. What is clear is that those responsible for botching Brexit, Prime Minister Theresa May and her Conservative Party, are about to pay a big political price for it. Dale Hurd, CBN News, London.